We are absolutely delighted to be here in Mumbai. As it was mentioned at the start of the program, that this is our first session in Mumbai, our first regional session. We've done Shri Shakti in Delhi, of course. And Mumbai is such an ideal place to do this because I started my career in Mumbai, and as someone who's grown up in the northern part of the country, primarily Delhi, living and working in Mumbai was like a breath of fresh air. I felt so free and liberated because I could travel at whatever time. I did not feel conscious about the fact that if I'm traveling late, it's unsafe. It was truly, truly liberating. I was working with CNBC at that time, and I remember I came back home at 3 a.m. in a cab, something that was unheard of living in Delhi, living and growing up in Delhi. So more power to the spirit of Mumbai and more power to the state of Maharashtra. Right? It's given us such iconic leaders in our history, in our politics. And the panel that we have here right now, it's an eclectic mix. So we have someone who's working at the grassroots level of financial empowerment, Preeti Rathi Gupta, founder of Lakshmi. We have Chitralekha Patil, a politician, but also someone who's done a lot of social service at the grassroots level, managing trustee of CFTI, director of PNP Group of Companies, and the list goes on. So I'm not going to get into her, all the things that she's doing, but she wears many hats, clearly. Then we have Nidhi Chaudhary, who is the director of National Gallery of Modern Arts, Ministry of Culture, one of my favorite museums in India, completely. So more power to you, Nidhi ji. And we have Mrs. Sarita Sonavale, who has done path-breaking work at the grassroots level in spreading awareness around breast cancer. So can we hear it for all our panelists? It's such a diverse and such an interesting group of people who are really breaking barriers in their own way. So the session is called Power Circles of the West. And here, all the panelists here are representing power in their own right. So let me begin with Preeti. Preeti, we were talking about Lakshmi and the work that you've been doing on ground. You've designed an app that is to be used by women to get them to understand about how to manage their finances. So first, why? Why did you think of this? And second question is that what's been your key takeaway in your journey of building Lakshmi?
Thank you. Firstly, pleasure being here. Thank you for having me. And we had this conversation yesterday. Since this is being done in Mumbai, this is being, it's in Maharashtra. We can think of names like Ahilya Bai Holkar. We can think of Jhansi Ki Rani, who was the queen of Malwa at that time, also an important part of Maharashtra. And both these women, when we think of them, they were not just rulers, but they were great CFOs of their empires. They were managing the money, they were managing the treasuries. They, in war times, made sure that money is going at the right places, right? So that's the legacy we are in. Mumbai is the financial capital of India. I come from the financial services, and every time I would meet my friends and a lot of the women, the first line I heard when I said, this is what I do. Can you imagine what's the first sentence they told me? I'm not good with money. And it would just surprise me because here you are, you have your mothers as testament on how they've managed their household budgets. You are yourself managing household budgets. And yet, there's a deep-rooted,
And one time, all the big bankers of India were women.
Well, today, our finance minister is a woman.
Today, finance minister is a woman. Yes, absolutely.
Even with all of this around, and my app is called Lakshmi because I realized this deep-rooted dichotomy. Diwali is coming up. We are all going to pray to the goddess Lakshmi. She's a woman, and we tell her, grant us prosperity and wealth. But when it comes to us as women, we're like, मैं नहीं कर सकती हूँ. मुझसे नहीं होगा, कोई और कर लेगा, right? And there is more than the deep-rooted conditioning, we also suffer from, just the lack of time, right? We suffer from time poverty. I think we just heard that we multitask, so हम घर भी manage करते हैं, बच्चे भी manage करते हैं, families manage करते हैं, work manage करते हैं, we manage everything. And then when it comes to money, we tell somebody, it's more convenient to tell somebody, you manage it, right? So I think to me that was very disturbing. I come from a background where at 16 years, my father told me, this is how you manage stocks, this is how you tally dividends. So for me, it was second nature. I just couldn't wrap my head around why the rest of the world of women didn't sort of
She's
apply
also the
this.
managing director at Anand Rathi, which is one of the largest stockbroking firms in the country. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for slipping that in. But to me, that was always something that I couldn't wrap my head around, right? And then I think when I just looked around, as a country, we were galloping in terms of the number of women who have, number of women graduates. Today, we're 51% of the population. That itself is a success for us in a country where a woman child, a girl child wasn't very welcome, right? That has changed so much. Women are getting more educated, higher number of women graduates. We just heard that women are getting married much later. Today in India, we have 70 million single women, which is equivalent to the population of UK and Germany put together, right? So that itself is such a large growing cohort. Women are earning more money. Women in workforce have doubled. We've come from 18% to 40%. So women definitely are getting more money in their hands. But what are they doing with this money? They're handing it over to somebody to manage, or sometimes just passively letting it sit in cupboards or bank accounts or fixed deposits, right? Which is by itself not a bad thing, but when you look at the figures, the data, and we did this study in Lakshmi, and a woman today loses about 2 crores. An average woman who starts her journey from 4.5 to 5 lakhs earning per year loses about 2 crores to gender pay gap. और उसके बारे में इतनी बात होती कि हमको equality चाहिए in pay, right? We definitely have to work harder to prove our mettle, but we still don't get the equal pay. But a woman loses close to 5 crores, the opportunity of creating 5 crores more by the time she retires. So she's literally retiring towards poverty. She's probably going to have a longer retirement because women on an average live longer.
Yeah.
So to me, I just couldn't wrap my head around how 51% of our country is not looking at managing their money. This is a $750 billion opportunity for us as a country by 2027 and $1.5 trillion by 2030. अब आप बताइए लक्ष्मी में शक्ति है कि नहीं है? बिल्कुल. So why is it that we should not have, and what were the problems we realized was, of course, time poverty.
So we'll come to that. I just want to go across everyone,
Yes.
but we will come to you for some key insights and lessons.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let me bring in Chitralekha here. Chitralekha, you grew up in a city, and you're married into a political family, and you work in rural areas now. So how has that journey been? And where are the women of Maharashtra getting their courage from? Where is the Shi Shakti in Maharashtra? I mean, is it the historical context? Is it the cultural referencing that happens here? Take us through some of that.
So I would like to take you through what you said, that you came from Delhi to Bombay. I came from Nasik to Bombay. And I think that was the real time I really grew. Because Bombay as a city is not biased to any gender, any income class you come from, wherever, is just pure talent. And from there, I also studied journalism in media. And after that, I started my NGO, which runs a program which is very relevant to today's program. It's called Savitricha Leki Chalya Pude, which a direct translation would be that Savitri Bai Phule's girls are moving ahead. So what we do there is we distribute cycles to girls who walk more than 5 kilometers to a school. There have been very, these positive feelings that good things have happened. We've had a girl who used to score a 90%, but her father was in jail, and her atya, that is a bua, like an aunt, wouldn't give her money for a rickshaw to go to a school. And then that cycle really changed her life and got the wheels going of her life. That was a positive story. But the other side of the story is being a little on the left thinking. On human rights, I really, really read, think, and I'm a very proud Marxist, that you really got to understand the disparity. We see the shining India and all that is fine. But the real India, the चना वाली जो धूले में थी जिसको मैंने साइकिल दी, वो चना बेचती थी फिर साइकिल लेने जाती थी. So that reality versus our reality, the gap even today is extremely huge. It is getting bridged. Of course, there's a lot of positive initiative. Like I've seen the work Lions has been doing, a lot of work through journalism has got. At certain levels, social media and media also is very socialist in nature. It gives you that opportunity. Like Nidhi ji is into the cultural ministry. Today, artists get so much opportunity because of YouTube and all these things. But that bridging of that gap is very, very important in my opinion. Till today, that bias is there between a girl and a boy. And the bias, biggest is there in the head on the day she's born. I'll tell you an incident which I had with my professor, and I had my aha moment where I said, I couldn't do this, my brother will do this. We were conditioned like that at home. I mean, I'm not judging my parents, but we were conditioned like that at home. So, on that point, my sir told me a very interesting thing. Chitralekha, you have 2 legs. I said, yes. Your brother has 2 legs, 2 hands, both of you, and 1 brain. The brain doesn't have a gender per se. So just go follow your dreams. I think that's what I would end it with.
Okay. That's lovely. Nidhi ji, you got into art again. You're a passionate painter during your postpartum phase. And as someone who's managed to marry their ambition with their passion, it's quite a feat, right? And you're currently in the Ministry of Culture. Earlier, you were with the Finance Ministry. So take us through, your journey as an IAS officer, straddling many roles as a parent, as someone who's got, interesting hobbies and has worked on that, and as an administrator.
So I'll start with 2010, when I was expecting my first child, and I also decided that motherhood will not be a pause for me. I decided to write UPSC during my pregnancy, and I am happy to share that I could clear UPSC in my first attempt after having my first child.
That is amazing. And you were pregnant at that
And
time.
I was pregnant. Yeah, my son was 1 month old, not even 1 month old. When I entered the UPSC examination center, there were boys and girls with notes, and I was with C-section stitches, still not healed. But so I wrote UPSC, and I cleared it. The results came on my birthday, which also was a cue from God that my decision was right. And then I went to Mussoorie. My parents took care of my son. My husband supported me a lot. I joined IAS in Maharashtra, and my career began from Thane as probationer, and then Raigad I have worked as SDM and also as collector. Mumbai Suburban District Collector, Joint Commissioner GST, Joint Commissioner in BMC. I was in GAD for some time, in water supply for some time, Commissioner Skills. And then now I have applied for central deputation, and I'm working in Ministry of Culture as director in National Gallery of Modern Arts. You begin with me starting a new journey as an artist. So I used to paint as a child also, but I gave it up completely for pursuing studies. And I gave up in 2000, telling my mom that next time when I'll paint, it will be because of God, because of a universal cosmic connection, which will tell me that you can begin painting again. So when I was expecting my second child, it happens with most of the working women that pregnancy comes with certain uncertainty about career, certain uncertainty about family life, and which is very natural. So while we have all these maternity leaves, childcare leaves, and a lot of other things, when you go on maternity leave from a post like Joint Commissioner BMC, there would be calls coming up, when are you joining, when are you joining? अनेक लोग आहे जे या पोस्टसाठी प्रयत्न करत आहेत. There are a lot of people who are trying for this post, this and that. And you're not certain whether you will join back in the right place or not, whether you will go on posting, awaiting orders. So this uncertainty created a vacuum. And my younger son was named by my elder son, Advij. Both are looking same. And I wanted a girl, so I didn't have any boy's name in mind. So my elder son named him Adwin. Z he turned and made it N. And I just checked on Google, what does Adwin means, A-D-W-I-N. And it is an African name which meant artist. And I found my cue. After 18 years, I found my cue that I have to begin my artistic journey once again. And I'm happy to share with all of you here that in past few years, since 2018, after his birth, when I started painting again, I have shown my artworks in Mumbai, Delhi, Ahmedabad. I have a show next month in Jaipur also.
Wow.
And more than 20 exhibitions I have showcased my work. So this has been my journey.
That's wonderful. So it's never too late to go back to your passion. Right. Sarita ji, आपने लायंस क्लब के थ्रू बहुत काम किया है ब्रेस्ट कैंसर अवेयरनेस. थोड़ा हमारे ऑडियंसेस के साथ शेयर करिए कि जब आप जाती हैं, बात करती हैं, तो कितना मतलब अभी भी इग्नोरेंस है ब्रेस्ट कैंसर को लेके, कि आपको लगता है कि इम्प्रूवमेंट हुआ है पर अभी और काम करना बाकी है?
सबसे पहले तो मैं सर मेलविन जोन्स के दिल से उनको नमन करती हूँ, जिन्होंने 107 साल पहले लायंस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का निर्माण किया और पूरे 200+ कंट्रीज में अभी वो काम कर रहे हैं. 14.5 लाख मेंबर्स हैं उसके. और हमारे प्रेसिडेंट सर की अभी ये इच्छा है कि वो 15 लाख तक मेंबरशिप की स्ट्रेंथ हो. सर हम ज़रूर उसके लिए ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा काम करेंगे. तो अभी आपने मैम पूछा कि ब्रेस्ट कैंसर के बारे में. जब से मैंने लास्ट 16 इयर्स में ये काम कर रही हूँ, लेकिन पहले 3 से 4 साल तक मुझे अवेयरनेस के बारे में बोलने में, ये लोगों को समझाने में ही गया इतना वक्त, क्योंकि इतने कोई अवेयर नहीं है. अगर आप बोलोगे कि चलो आज जाके ये चेक करवाते हैं, तो खुद से कोई नहीं आएगा, घर से भी कोई उनको.
फैसिलिटीज हैं चेक कराने के लिए? रूरल महाराष्ट्र में फैसिलिटीज हैं,
बहुत सारी फैसिलिटीज है, लेकिन वो रूरल एरिया के लेडीज तक वो पहुंचती भी नहीं है और उनको ये मालूम भी नहीं है. कई हॉस्पिटल में तो कोई सुविधा भी नहीं है. अगर किसी को कोई है, कोई अनवांटेड ग्रोथ है उनके ब्रेस्ट में, तो उनको गाइड करने के लिए भी कई जगह पे आपको अच्छे से डॉक्टर भी नहीं मिलते रूरल एरिया में. तो और वो उनको ये भी नहीं समझता कि हम सिटी में जाके उसका कुछ इलाज करवाए, किसी अच्छे डॉक्टर को दिखाए, वो सीरियसली लेते नहीं. तो ये शुरू से ही लेडी, हर लेडी खुद को लास्ट प्रायोरिटी देती है. तो मैं सब जेंट्स लोगों को बोलूँगी कि अपने घर के लेडी के ऊपर अगर उसके चेहरे से एक भी शिकन उसके चेहरे पे आई, तो आपको सोचना चाहिए कि उसको क्या तकलीफ है. अगर आप इंसिस्ट करोगे तो वो ज़रूर जाएगी चेक करने के लिए. तो जितना जब भी हम अवेयरनेस का लेक्चर देते हैं, तो जेंट्स लोग चालू कर देते हैं सब प्रोग्राम, और हम जेंट्स निकल जाएंगे, आप लेडीज़ के लिए बोलो. तो मैं उनको रिक्वेस्ट करती हूँ कि आप भी सुनो, आपको भी ये मालूम होना चाहिए कि लेडीज़ के प्रॉब्लम क्या होते हैं, क्योंकि वो खुद तो आके बताते नहीं है किसी को. तो घर के जेंट्स को भी समझना चाहिए कि उसका क्या प्रॉब्लम है.
जेंट्स बैठे हैं, आई होप कि आप सरिता जी के से नोट्स ले रहे हैं.
नहीं, बहुत ज़रूरी है ये
जी.
हाँ
जी. अच्छा, वी हैव टू रैप अप नाउ, बट प्रीति, आई जस्ट वांट यू टू शेयर वन क्विक फाइनेंशियल टिप with our participants here today. How should they be saving or investing their money? What are the 3 top picks for you?
Absolutely. So I think first of all, as women, we need to move beyond just saving, क्योंकि आपको पहले तो ये समझना चाहिए कि सेविंग इन्फ्लेशन नहीं बीट कर रहा है, यानी कि आपके पैसे की वैल्यू कम होती जा रही है हर साल. So you're trying very hard to save it, but the money is losing value. So to invest it means that typically you make your money grow over a long-term period more than inflation. और उसके लिए आपको कुछ decisions लेने. सबसे पहले goal setting करिए. Begin with setting goals because that will tell you time frame. Time frame will tell you where to invest your money, right? 3 things that a woman must own. मैं हमेशा ये कहती हूँ कि जब आप अपने फिजिकल फिटनेस आप खुद करते ना, आप थोड़ी आपके हस्बैंड को या ब्रदर को बोलते आप योगा करिए मैं फिट हो जाऊंगी, राइट? सो फाइनेंशियल फिटनेस ऑल्सो हैज़ टू बी डन बाय यू. 3 goals every woman should have. One is create an emergency fund for herself tomorrow if something happens.
That no one should know about.
No, of course. Everybody should know. This is the other misnomer. I think women need to have that sense of ownership that I have created this and this is something, and explain. I think communication is very important for women to communicate, and we find that the biggest roadblock or the gap between women and money, the lack of communication, right? So communicate, create an emergency fund for yourself. Second, your retirement. Do not depend on Bhagwan, husband, brother, son, right? Created for
Make
yourself.
your money grow. Then you have to think of a retirement corpus.
fund,
And then,
अपना
yeah.
corpus बनाइए. And if you have children, definitely make sure that उनका education का भी आप onus लें. And fourth most important thing, please insurance लीजिए, health insurance. हमने COVID के बाद एक survey किया था, where 70% women, mass middle income women had no health insurance. So सबसे पहले जैसे हमने बात किया अपनी health के लिए खुद को wear your seat belt first before you try and help others.
Wow.
So take an insurance for yourself.
I think that's a very, very valuable tip. Wear your seat belt first before helping others. Thank you so much. We've run out of time, but it was so wonderful to have so many diverse voices on this platform. And we hope to be back with another session of Shri Shakti in Maharashtra next year. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.